those of you who were watching the earlier stream, you noticed it sounded really weird, and I apologize for that. Um, Me and Michelle are still learning how to master the software, and we got ourselves into a bit of a digital pickle. Um, they're not sure if the problem was at the back of the stream and the Fort Main stream clashing with the T-Mobile Wi-Fi or what the case was, but it wasn't working correctly. And so we decided that it was time to redo it again. Or maybe this time we'll get better luck. I hope so. They're not sure if the problem was back in stream and the Fort Main stream clashing with the T-Mobile Wi-Fi or what the case was. But it was. Well, it seems to be working okay. So, all right. Well, we tried to talk about earlier is about Michelle's handicaps and what are they and how do they affect her situation. And I'm sorry for the inconvenience that this has caused for so many of you. Basically, as you all know, Michelle is legally blind. What that means is, in her case, is the vision acuity of 20/200 or worse, and her best eye with correction, or a visual field of less than 30 degrees. Now, Michelle's visual field is certainly not 30 degrees. Michelle's also partially deaf, and we tried to explain what was going on, and of course Michelle was like falling asleep here, which we could talk about that topic too. I think I'd rather talk about the handicaps first. Lack of sleep is not a handicap. It can be. It can be, but in this case it wasn't. It was just I didn't get much rest. What that means, for those of you who don't know what legally blind means in everyday situations is, yeah, I can see some sight. I can see colors. I can see things around me. If you see me working with the phone with Lumi, you know, I have to get really close to the phone to do things. I am significantly nearsighted. So, what that means is that when it comes to distance vision, I have a hard time with it. I also have nystagmus, which is where the eyes go back and forth like the Cylon's visor. Or maybe not quite that dramatic, but yeah, I get the idea. Unfortunately, as I get older, I got a cataract in my right eye. And, and that really kind of is, basically, for almost all intents and purposes, just about useless. Now, fortunately enough, if I can keep using the cancer eye drops, it does have a marked impact on my eyes. Unfortunately, because of the constantly running out of money, the cataract in my right eye is having cataract revenge, because of the financial situation in my life. And so what's going on is that my right eye is crap. Putting it bluntly, yes. And bright enough light, I can still see some of the reels and things, but it's like looking through a fog. My left eye is clear, which is a big plus. Right. The hearing loss, as I mentioned in the earlier video, which, as I said, we had problems with the video stream, and we tried to run it back upstream, but I guess T-Mobile's network isn't quite too cooperative about that, so it kind of made a mess of things and kind of motorboated the sound to the point where it sounded like it was trying to jump between the two streams. round robin, and so you're getting a piece of it and not the other piece, and really confusing. Um, so hopefully this time we won't have that motor voting because we're only using the one server instead of the second one. Personally, I think this whole software thing is overrated to the point where I think that because of our economic situation, maybe we might just have to give up the live stream thing. I don't think it's really unreasonable to say that based on Michelle's tried to get it working as best it could, and this, between the fact that this USB dongle is um, poor quality USB dongle, and on top of that, as you can hear in the sound with the loud hiss, if you listen to the hiss um, through the headphones, um, it's not so pronounced. It's there um, without the dongle, but it's really subtle. But with this dongle, the preamp section of it is amplifying the hiss to the point where it's getting absolutely positively distracting. So I'm thinking is that we might just end up having to uh, cancel the um, the sound thing. If that makes any sense. Because I mean the live streams are great and everything, and we loved it. We liked the idea, but the technology is not working for us because of our equipment is constantly giving us problems. And I know Michelle really had hoped that we were going to get further ahead and do more. And I know that Michelle, you were going to do a live stream this weekend, on Thursday and Friday of this week. Yeah, but I think that because the equipment is problematic, maybe now it'll work fine. I don't know. You know, I mean, we previewed the sound. It sounded like it was working. So, and yeah, it's working correctly. And so we decided that it was time to redo it again. It seems to be working. And of course, the thing is my channel doesn't get the kind of coverage Michelle's does. So I think that Michelle, I think what we need to do is I think we need to invest in better equipment and better supplies somehow. Either see if we can get a better internet package or to I don't know. I have no clue what we're gonna do. But clearly, um, there's got to be a better choice here. Well, I'm sure there's got to be something. I know there's got to be something. It's not a matter. I'm sure there is. I know there is. Look, guys, these videos take a lot of work to do, and we love doing them. We love sharing with you. But if the technology isn't working consistently, and we have to sit there over a hot digital stove, constantly stirring a big, large stock pot of greasy leftover bits and kibbles, I don't think no one's going to want to deal with that, especially when the end result looks like a video that looks like American Chop Suey, and that's exactly what happened earlier today. The video went completely. Right now, only using the one server, and it's working, and that's good. Yeah, 6 Right. Okay, but let's get back to the other thing. Now, Michelle's hearing. I want to talk about that. When I was younger, very young, My hearing was excellent, as far as I know. And then as I got older, my hearing started to degrade, and it turns out part of it is um, heredity, and part of it was occupational because of my father's use of power tools and saws and things. And of course, we were always surrounded by heavy duty power tools. So we don't know if the hearing loss was just clearly just genetic or if there was also environmental issues as well. But clearly, by the time I got to be an adult, I lost a lot of sensitivity in my ears. And some of the sensitivity in my ears, like I said earlier, especially from men's voices, a lot of men's voices to me are really, to honest, I'm trying to come up with an example that gives you an idea what they sound like. The only thing I can come up with is close enough is a man's voice sounds like a big diesel engine. Okay? You know, sure, like in the tractor trailer truck, you know, pop, 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 boom, pop, 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 boom. And then it's like, what? What'd you say? So I can't hear it. I can't hear what they say. A woman's voice, I'll be honest, if a woman talks too fast, she sounds like Alvin the Chipmunks. I don't know why. It's just the way your brain, part of it processes it. It's like your brain drops frames like the videos do here on the computer. Maybe, yeah, perhaps this is exactly what the problem is. It drops frames. It's really, really, I have to admit, it's really vexing. You know, um, now, okay, so clearly that means that technically this thing is a disaster. As it is now, yeah. It's a disaster. Okay. Um, so how in the heaven's name are you going to have online, take online phone calls? Well, the online part, um, online questions in the form of written questions in a chat conference would work fine. It's when you start dealing with the other things like right. I agree. Okay. So should we give up on live streaming or not? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I don't know either because, you know, I know my channel doesn't get the popularity yours does. Yours has got way more people than watching the channel than mine does. But anyway, so clearly because of the hearing loss, clearly because of your eyesight, people find it hard to contact you. And also the problem with hearing loss is my voice is very loud and strident. And some people get extremely upset because they think I'm just trying to be belligerent and rude. Which not. I'm not. Or because of my legal blindness, if I get too close to you in personal space, some people tend to get upset about that too. And that's, again, it's not the case. I'm not trying to be funny or anything. It's just, that's just the way I see. There was another legally blind woman on the page Michelle had called As Casey Sees It. What happened to her? I don't know. As far as I know, she could have graduated from college. She could have decided to just totally cancel her channel, and maybe something went wrong with her economically. She couldn't afford to keep YouTube, and I don't know the story with As Casey Sees It, but I kind of really wanted to keep up with her. She certainly speaks more from my experiences, especially her situations with going to McDonald's, which I can tell you is a nightmare. Okay, let's talk about that. When I go to McDonald's, I have to know pretty much ahead of time what I want. Okay? Otherwise, they're gonna say, look at the smartboard on the wall and see what you want. Great! Except I can't see the board from where I'm standing. Now, I try very hard to be mainstream. I try to go with the flow like everybody else does. But you know what? Here's the sad truth when you're legally blind. Sometimes you can't do that. Okay? Sometimes it's just like the real say. Sometimes I need a little help from my friends. Um, it doesn't mean that, um, it's anything wrong with saying that, it's just, you know, um, it's hard because the society that we live around us is all based upon visual to see, and of course to hear. And if you can barely see and you can barely hear, and you're trying to be an active member of society, and you're trying to reach out there and communicate with people, and you're finding it harder and harder to do it. It isolates you. Oh, absolutely. I certainly can see how that could be a problem, considering the fact is that you have, for all intents and purposes, wanted to remain um, in communications with people. But why have you withdrawn from the public eye for pretty much? Because I think what it is I'm afraid that people are going to look at me like, you know, she's strange. She's weird. Uh, she's not a nice person. She's rude. She's obnoxious. And people who don't know anything about your handicap may think that, and that's true. I can assure you, Michelle tries very hard not to be rude, but like she said, the fact that sometimes she comes across a little loud, or she gets in your personal space unintentionally. And that's not because she's trying to be rude. She just has a hard time seeing and hearing people, and so she kind of has been um, struggling with those handicap issues for a long time. And I mean, the thing is, Loam, is that I really want people to get to know me as a person. So let me tell you, when you were getting all those phone calls on your channel on the Coffee with Lumi and Michele, how did it make you feel? Well, like Dory, I was getting very fed up because I don't know if some of those people were trying to be snarky, or if they were really not aware of my multiple handicaps, or that they thought it was just kind of funny to make jokes of the handicapped individual. I don't know, but the thing was, is I felt pretty uncomfortable, and I felt that, gee, here I am. I'm trying to reach out to people, and I want to put my best foot forward, and I can't guarantee to do a good job. And so I get really, really upset because everything I'm doing is I'm trying to become, I'm trying to overcome my limitations. And for you, that means being able to do good YouTube video and being able to reach out and um, speak up for your rights and your feelings. And of course, the hearing loss. What can you suggest to people when it comes to hearing loss? I think that if there's something I don't understand, and it does happen, if you have a piece of paper, politely write it down on a piece of paper and show me the paper. And that might help me to understand it because I can read print pretty good. But I can read print better than Dory. Dory has dyslexia, which is where words are all mixed up and stuff. Right. But she doesn't have number dyslexia. I don't have numbers dyslexia either. Um, so, I mean, I can read almost normal size print. But, of course, now my left eye is doing all the work that my right eye used to do. So, it's challenging. But anyway, in the case, so if there's any time to reach me and you don't think I understand what you're saying, don't go yelling in my eardrums, screaming at the top of your lungs in my ears, trying to think that's going to help. All that does is that just puts more distortion and more, and then it makes my Asperger's kick in. And then the next thing you know, all communication channels slam shut. Boom. Just like that. It's like, forget it. Because all of a sudden my anxiety goes, zoop. Yes, that's true. Do not scream at Michelle because it's not that she couldn't hear you. Uh, Maybe there was too much noise in the background. Maybe there was too many other people talking. And she was getting her hearing was getting all confused. But most of the cases in a quiet room, and if Michelle's relaxed, she can do okay. But if she's like anxiety's climbing up, for either anxiety or whatever, it doesn't help. Like this afternoon, me and Michelle tried to have a conversation, and we were so worried about the live stream thing. It was like we didn't have a chance to really get that conversation, and it just sounded terrible. Of course, it didn't help me that the audio sounded like something that was getting chopped like sushami. Hello? Who's this? Who am I speaking with, please? Is this Danielle? Or Darlene? Or is this Abby over there again? It's Abby. Oh. Alright, anyway, listen, guys. Let's keep this simple because it's getting late. I was just gonna say was, we did this earlier and it came out like crap. And the situations, makes it really hard and for everybody. So, Michelle, I don't know what we're gonna do with the hearing issue. Well, why don't we do this? Since we have it working to a point now, why don't I go over to the online chat? Okay, good idea. Let's go over to the online chat and obviously have one person that was watching the video. Was it just one? I don't know. I have no idea either. Yeah, it might be more than one. Okay, I don't know. It's one of those late night streams. I was kind of hoping I was going to get some people earlier. Well, it says there's 0 watching now. Yeah, but no, I think that that's incorrect. I think there is more watching now. I think that is just that the system is, this crappy phone is, or this network is just atrociously bad. One watching now. So what we're going to do is let's go to the online chat function. I'm going to turn the camera towards the computer so we can talk to that person if they're in chat. And that way, we can have a dialogue. Okay? And so, I'm going to have to focus it this way. Okay, so that's pretty good. Okay, so let's go over there and open up the online chat function. Now, this is the second time we tried this today, and the first time was atrocious. So that's atrocious. Bad. Oh man, this sucks. Except worse than a vacuum cleaner. Oh, your vacuum cleaner works. Yes, it does. Okay, but it does not detect the walls. Michelle is going to do her live stream on Thursday and Friday of this week coming up. But I gotta be honest and say, folks, I don't know how Michelle's gonna do it. I don't know her method. I don't know what her plans are, but I just know that we worked hard to make this one work tonight. So I suspect it's probably gonna be the same thing for your stream as well on Thursday and Friday. Yes. So for now, given it's getting late anyway, is why don't we do this? Let's go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. And what is anything let's say last clarification? Just because a person has handicaps, a variety of flavors, does not mean that they can't do the things. They like I happen to enjoy Amazon. In fact, I happen to enjoy doing music together, and I happen to enjoy hearing that when people in the right circumstances I can have a pretty functioning life, well functioning life, and that's the truth. And so that's what we do. We do YouTube videos and things like that. I was put the camera back on the lawns, no one's back on the couch. Because obviously no one's asking questions home. Okay. Okay, so for now, I guess the most important thing you have been saying is people is you ask them to have a little empathy and respect you as a person. I think that what I'm saying is for a lot of people who have multiple handicaps is that we're trying to make it best of our lives as best we can, just like everybody else is, and it's not always easy, and it's a lot of challenges, and have a little mercy. We're trying, we're going to continue to try to do our best, and we'll see what happens with the video course for Thursday and Friday this week. I think, can I just say one thing? I think for what you have for handicaps, I think you do a pretty good effort to be successful and productive, and I think that's a great thing for you. And I think that you should be thankful for the fact is that you do have functional sight, you have some hearing, you're quite capable of walking quite far. You've done quite. But I've got to admit that when I was late, it wasn't fun. No, oh God, no, it wasn't. She hated that. I felt like an invalid. I couldn't go anywhere without being in extreme pain, and fortunately enough, the pain has pretty much disappeared in my legs. I still got some cricks in my back, but yeah, we'll work on it. And for those of you who watched this video and said, "Well, why didn't you do the video earlier?" We really were having some problems with the earlier stream. It's there. It's terrible, but it's there. You can watch it. You can see why we're trying to work on fixing the problem. And I think, Michelle, I think we definitely need to get you a better audio video streaming service to better stream the site. I think so too. Now, Dory's moving in with Michelle, so that's going to be helpful. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, Dory is moving in with me. She and I are already working together on ways to help each other. The mutual benefits. She needs a place to live. She can't afford to make it on her own. She doesn't get enough money. I get more than she does, but not by much. So by living together, we're going to be able to benefit each other and make each other's life better. And that's the cool thing. Right. So she's gonna be keep your house clean. She's gonna help you to get things done, and she knows that you're trying to do your best you can. and she knows that you try to pull your own weight. It's just like I said, one of my case managers, I keep missing the dirt when I clean the house. I don't always see it all. So sometimes I need a little assistance to find the dirt piles and sweep them up and things like that. So yes, I do. All right, so guys, I think it's time for me and Michelle to wrap it up, and don't forget, leave comments. Please do like and subscribe. The subscribe part is easy. All you do is click on where it says subscribe, Lumi and Finestra on the bottom lower right hand corner of your screen. And when you do, click on the bell icon. That'll help get you the notifications that if there's any new videos or messages or special announcements, you'll get them. So it's so simple. And it's so easy to do. It doesn't even take much work. Even if you're watching this on Michelle's playlist, because Michelle, I know you're going to say this on your playlist. I will. Okay, so that others can see it. Part of 2012 videos. Right. Okay, guys. For now, thank you very much for watching this with Lummy and stuff. We'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.